Evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hi. If those who are able, could you please stand for O Canada? This summer in a world. Welcome to a night at the drive-in with the Milton Concert Band. My name is Dylan Maddox, and we are beyond happy to be with you this fine evening, this very sunny evening. For those of us, I'm with you guys, we're facing that way, and I can't see anything. So it's going to be a fun time. But thank you so much for joining us. We want to bring you through many different genres of film and generations of film tonight. The first of which is one that had a sequel come out quite recently, and that is The Incredibles, which I very much enjoyed the new one. But right now we are going to play you music from The Incredibles, which is a really fantastic score it's kind of a retro late 1950s, 60s jazz. And when they did the recording, it was even on analog recording, so they did everything old school to get that sound. So I hope you enjoy music from The Incredibles. Thank you very much. Another hand for Doug on alto saxophone. How about that solo? Now for something completely different. This next piece from film is most recognized in its musical theater form, and that is Les Mis. And we're going to play some selections from Les Mis. Little known fact, well, it's a very well-known fact actually, because it was found on Wikipedia, so it must be well known, right? Based off a novel it came out in the good year of 1862. And then recently it's come out again in film form in 2012 with Anne Hathaway and Russell Crowe and a cast of other all-stars in it. However, I did not know this, but there's actually 5 movie versions of Les Mis. Did anyone else know this? One of which features the star of Taken, Liam Neeson. Huh, very strange. I know you all sound in awe and shock of that, yeah. Anyway, so we will now play a number of selections that are made popular in the musical theater version and have been featured in the most recent of films. Here is Les Mis. Thank you very much. Before I talk about the next piece, I just have a little bit of business to get to. At this point in the program, if not already, there'll be a couple of volunteers going around with a box full of ballots, and we encourage you to give us your email. Not because we want to bother you, but we want to inform you of all the great, exciting things we're up to the next season, and we want to keep you up to date the best of our ability, and the best way we can do that is through email. So if you were here last week and gave your email, you can do it again. Just cause. And I'll tell you why, just cause in a second. But please, if you do so, please do that. And it is a confidential list that is not shared. It is not even shared amongst the members. It's just, no, I'm kidding, that was tough crowd, okay. Anyway, thank you. I paid them to laugh. And just because you might not want to give your email, here's the incentive. If you give us your email, your name will go into a ballot box. And it will be drawn for, drumroll please. That was pretty Civil War kind of thing. Anyway, 2 tickets to our Christmas concert. Whoa! Big money, big money. Which this year will feature not only us, but it will feature the Milton District High School band as well joining us. So it'll be a big old band on that stage. So please, I don't know what more you could need, really. And tonight's concert is free, but please consider making a donation to the band during our summer concert series. This helps cover our expenses and keeps, it covers our expenses. I have no witty thing to say after that. And that's all I'm going to say about that business stuff right now. Moving right along, this next piece comes from a film that you might not be aware of. I'm a little obsessed with it, and maybe some of the brass players are too, because it's a movie from 1996 entitled Brassed Off. I know, right? So yeah, no, not a big, yeah. There we go. So this is a movie that followed the story of the Grimethorpe Colliery Band, which is a very good brass band in England, where there's a huge tradition of this. All the coal mines had their own brass band to keep up morale, and just it was a fun thing to do for them. And now they compete a lot now, and not so much the coal mining bit. But this movie featured Ewan McGregor playing the tenor horn, and it was pegged as a comedy drama in England, because everyone in England understands the brass band tradition. In the States and Canada, it was pegged as a romantic comedy, which if you need to watch it after. But anyway, there is one piece in particular, Concerto de Aranjuez. I listened to how to pronounce that right before this, so Aranjuez. And this is a piece by Rodrigo, and one you've probably heard before. Miles Davis recorded it, and it's been recorded many other times. It was originally a concerto for guitar, and will now feature, much improved, the flugelhorn. And the flugelhorn stylings of Mr. Bruce Benor in the back row there. So we hope you enjoy Concerto, or as they say in the film, Concerto de Orange Juice. Bruce Minor on the flugelhorn. Thank you. A couple fans out there, good? Awesome. Sorry, I'm just checking for some. Thank you very much. How many people were at our Heroes and Villains concert? Womp womp. Okay. Oh, 3. Great. Well, you have no excuse. I expect to see you at our Christmas concert and spring concert next year. For the 4 of you that were at our Heroes and Villains concert, we did Superman, and we are about to do Superman for you again. However, in the concert, I dressed up as Superman, so that's even more incentive to come to one of our concerts. Next year, I told him I'm wearing tights, so I also said I want a raise. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, though this is the original film Superman, which John Williams did the score for. So it'll feature a number of the main theme, of course. It'll also feature the planet Krypton, March of the Villains, the love theme, Can You Read My Mind, and the grand finale. So here, look above. There he is, Superman. Thank you very much. Besides coming to parks and going to theaters, community bands serve a purpose not only to the community, but the community within itself. And that's with the players and with me and with the wonderful volunteers. And we create this kind of support system, this kind of family. And we're often helping each other with things. And one of those things is loved ones and whenever they go. And this year we've had a number of people who have lost loved ones. So we would like to dedicate this next piece to the community within. This is an arrangement of You Raised Me Up and Over the Rainbow, which is from a movie. So it does fit. But this was an arrangement done by our founding music director, Mr. Joseph Resendez. And tonight we are going to entitle this A Message. Thank you very much. We have 3 more pieces for you this fine evening. Well, that's many more. There's medleys, so there's a couple more tunes in there. How many Star Wars fans do we have out there? It's on par with our concert attendance. Ba-dum-tsh. No? Okay. Thank you. So right now we're going to play a couple of tunes from Star Wars Episode... Hello there. Star Wars Episode 2. So you'll hear the main theme, a bit of a space kind of car, well, they don't have cars in space, but a chase scene, followed by the lovely love theme from Episode 2, and then a hint of the dark side to close. Thank you very much. This next film came out, and it was released in 1966, and it's based off a book by, loosely based off a book by P.L. Travers. Any guesses? You don't get any tickets for this one, sorry. No? That is Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins! So the next piece we're going to play is a medley of tunes from Mary Poppins. The reason we are playing this is because out of any movie I could possibly think of to have a sequel, I would not have thought Mary Poppins would be it. But it is! So next December, a new Mary Poppins entitled Mary Poppins Returns. I know, it's very ominous. It's kind of strange. But anyway, starring Emily Blunt is coming out. And Dick Van Dyke is going to be back. So that will be fun to see. So here is some tunes from Mary Poppins. Great, thank you very much. And now we have sadly come to the last piece. Perfect timing. But before that, I just have a couple thank yous. First of all, I would like to thank our sponsors. Yes, thank you, sponsors. And those are, this evening, there'll be more sponsors next week, don't worry. Broker Link Insurance, The Cover Guy, Hot Tub Covers, KKP Printing, J. Scott Early Funeral Home. I don't understand the early part, but Talking Heads Hair Salon. And those are our 5 volunteers this evening. And these sponsors are not attainable without one person, Mr. Brian Tyers, sitting right over there. We thank Brian for his tireless work helping us out with our financial needs. And there's many volunteers tonight thanking us out, one of which is running from the band out there, our fearless cheerleader. But first, Karen Tyrer, Anita Timpson over there, Robert Routhier for collecting donations, selling refreshments, and collecting email lists for our draw. And without these next people, you wouldn't hear me because I have a microphone in my hand. So I would like to thank Brent Tyrer and Glenn Shore for setting up and running the sound system this evening. I came here a little early just to sit on a bench and do nothing with my life, and these gentlemen were here at 6 o'clock setting things up. So thank you so much for all your help. And last but not least, thank you to all of you for coming out and supporting the MCB. You really make it a joy to come out and play out in nature. So thank you for coming this evening, and thank you for your ongoing and continued support. And I would like to take this opportunity right now because this is my last concert of the season with the Milton Concert Band. Mr. Joe Resendez, who's the founding conductor, as I mentioned before, will be here next week to conduct that program. So I'd like to thank the musicians for a really fantastic year. It's been a roller coaster of joy. You know, it's been really great, and I'm really proud of them. We've done a lot of good this year, and I look forward to next year. Now, the part that you've been waiting for all evening long, and joy, I know, I am going to pick someone who's going to get 2 Christmas tickets. Oh, Sherry's going to pick it. She knows that I put 5 of my names in there, so again, thank you. I didn't have to ask for that time. The winner of 2 tickets is Joan Nanero. Congratulations. She's coming right. I'll shake your hand. We don't actually have 2 tickets, but no. But we'll find you after.
All right.
Yes, thank you, Joan. Oh, never mind. Joy wants you now. I'm not the brains behind this operation. Only the face. It's a pretty handsome face. Okay. Thank you very much. There we go. 2 more people at our Christmas concert. That's a good thing. So, we've now come to the final piece on the program. There's a sunset. It's perfect for, I think, a little Magnificent 7. So I want you to get on your horse and ride off under that sunset. So here is Elmer Bernstein's music from the Magnificent 7.